Hello, welcome to Joburg today. My name is Maps. The incident that happened in Nigeria where more than 200 girls got kidnapped has got many people talking. We spoke to a few students from Parktown Girls.
I think it's of the utmost importance that we, as the youth, who are the future of tomorrow, as well as specifically as girls, campaign and take the initiative. It really helps to get the message out there. We were quite active on Twitter, which meant that lots of other people joined in the movement, and we think that we needed this awareness so that lots of people can start being proactive in investing in resources to make sure that things like this don't happen again.
I think that everybody in this world has a voice and that we should use it in a good purpose to bring back the girls that are deprived from education and they were taken away from their school.
Generally, in the world, the way that we as people react to the media, react to these stories, these horrific stories, we react numbly because we're exposed to them so often and so much. And I think that has to change worldwide, that we have to be more empathetic towards people. We have to stop portraying them as less than people in our minds, as just objects that are in the news. They are people and they need help, and we have to do something about it.
It's a cry out to the international governments to actually do something, to put pressure on the Nigerian government to also do something, to actually take action, because we can't have directionless campaign.
It's so unfair that on the basis of their gender, they were restricted from gaining education and gaining their possibility of becoming the change that we want to see in the world. Boko Haram is doing not only what's wrong, but what's wrong in the name of a religion that doesn't even stand for what they're saying.
I think we firstly need to promote the equality of men and women and everything, and really make sure that men and women are seen in the same light and treated equally, as well as just girls getting the same quality education, because we're very privileged at Parktown. We get really good education. It's the same quality as a lot of boys' schools, but that doesn't happen all over the world and everything, and I think that's something that we need to focus on.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Rodemayer and you're watching Joburg Today.
Today in studio we have Jessica, who's on a mission to locate hedgehogs in South Africa. Tell us about your initiative and why hedgehogs.
Well, it's kind of started out quite funny. So I was really actually looking for a project to do for my honours, and my supervisor came up with the idea that actually there's a lot of hedgehogs in urban areas. So we were very curious to find out where they are in urban areas, and in my mind I was thinking, like, really, there's hedgehogs in Joburg? I was like, okay, I've never seen one. So I was also very curious, and we kind of decided, okay, well, let's find out where people are seeing these hedgehogs. So we decided to follow through with it, and we found like a nice name for the project, so it ended up being called the IFA project, which stands for I Found a Hedgehog. So it's quite funny when I get reports, people just say IFA, and then I'm like, okay, you found a hedgehog. But yeah, it went from there, and it was started last year, and the response that we've had has been incredible. So it started with just having people in Johannesburg telling us where they'd seen hedgehogs, and now we've actually expanded it to the whole of Southern Africa, telling us where they've seen hedgehogs. So we get lots of responses.
And what are some of the challenges you get from, collecting information from people?
Some of the challenges is that as one person, it's very difficult to reach such a wide audience. So, there's so many people that have seen a hedgehog, but I don't know how to get a hold of them. So it actually works out really well when we have coverage from people and from media in terms of newspapers and magazines and TV shows, because it means that the message gets out. So if we were doing it on our own, we wouldn't have been able to get all the sightings that we've gotten. So, Southern Africa has provided us with so many different sightings, to the point where we've probably got about, 900 more records than are currently available. As a minimum. When about 100 records are available to science now, we've got about 900 more, which is fantastic. So we're getting so many more records than actually can be found, which is great. And the other difficulty that we can have is pinpointing exactly where they came from. But at the same time, we often get a very good location for all of the hedgehogs we get reported.
Okay, and how does a hedgehog that lives in an urban area live? How does it survive?
It's actually one that we're still learning about. So we actually haven't been able to find out all their habitat requirements yet, and it's taking us a little while to understand the whole dynamic of a hedgehog, because they're actually a very little studied species and there's so little known about them. I mean, they're just this cute little pile of spines that you get, about 2 handfuls when they're an adult and only about 1 handful when they're a juvenile. But often from the reports that we've gotten from people, they often like forage for themselves on insects, so they love ground-dwelling insects, that's their favorite. But they can also be a bit naughty and they like to steal food from dog food bowls, and they'll kind of find their way around and make use of whatever they can. But often the biggest things that they need in an urban environment is a place to nest. So they nest during the day and they nest over winter because they go into torpor. So they need a very nice secure nest that's going to be warm, and especially for females when they have their babies as well. So they need that, but they also need somewhere safe. So, you know, often a lot of the hedgehogs that we find get attacked by dogs, which is a bit unfortunate, but a lot of them come out from it and they're rehabilitated well and they do get released again. So often they need a safe environment, need lots of food and some shelter, and then they're quite happy.
Hi, it's Kenneth. You're watching Joburg Today.
If you have any comments for us or there's something that you'd like to see on this show, keep in touch with us through social media by following us on Twitter at Joburg Today, liking our Facebook page, joburgtoday.tv, and don't forget to check out the special focus section to see what is happening in and around Johannesburg. And to see where Joburg is going, check out Joburg Tomorrow. That's it from me, Maps. I leave you with Clarity by Jesse Clegg.
Back in ETV. Beyond these walls, further than I see, there's a place they call clarity. A snow road, there's no guiding light, only murmurs of your heart. Hey, yeah, let's go down the rabbit hole. Hey, yeah, take me to the waterfall. Hey, yeah, go down, go down. Between the cracks, under the surface, you will find me there. Clarity, searching through chaos, searching the sun.